So we are just going to go over some additional resources in the Wonders curriculum quickly here. So you should already be familiar with the Wonders website a little bit and the planning section. I'm going to take you to the resources page and the resources library in order to kind of take a look at additional things that they have. So you may notice we've got Unit 1, Week 1 already up here. I can still change that. And then it's going to have every single thing for day 1, apparently. Okay, we can click it over and do day 2. It's going to have lots of everything that's kind of involved in this curriculum. Okay, so we've got classroom materials as well. So these are worksheets. These are additional kind of, these are the leveled readers and some of those things. You can again click through and kind of see what they have for every single day. But what I want to show you is down here on the bottom. And so down here is every single thing in the entire curriculum. It has mostly just the first grade level stuff, but then there are some leveled readers that you have access to from different grade levels, okay? And so you can kind of look through all of this and see what is available to you. If I click Unit 1, Week 1, and then just hit search, what is going to pop up is a little bit less than what it had before, right? So we've got a lot of resources, but these are just the specific ones that have Unit 1, Week 1 materials in them, okay? So there's a couple things that I used quite a bit that I wanted to show you. A few of them were, I'm going to go back and just search. I'm going to just do all. And then it was the decodable reader. And we have decodable readers. There's a few different kinds, but we've got these little books. I'm going to go into additional student reads. We've got some of these little books, grade 1. This one's for Unit 2. And this is going to have every single decodable reader for Unit 2. So that will go over all of the phonics skills that are covered in Unit 2. And it will also have all of the high frequency words. There's usually 2 of them per week that are available. So it looks like we're working on short E on week 2. And then it's going to have some of the high frequency words. I can't remember what they are, but it looks like maybe can would be a high frequency word. Yeah. So we've got a fiction text, and then we also have a nonfiction text that has the same kind of theme or, a little bit of the similar content, and that has the high frequency words and decodable words as well, working on that phonics skill. So this was a really, really great resource. I used this in my phonics instruction, but I know some of our ASR and PLS rooms are going to be maybe extending that Unit 1, Week 1 activities into 2, 3, 4 weeks worth of instruction. These little books may be a good place for you to get some of your reading comprehension done. You could use one of these books as that reading activity, okay? We also have decodable passages that you could send home for homework, and those were something that I used quite a bit as well. They also have little decodable like take-home books that I really liked. Take-home story. Here we go. So they should have one of these for each of the units as well, okay? Or each of the units and lessons. So this is Unit 3, Week 2. And so these are the things that I kind of would send home as homework to help to solidify some of those phonics and high-frequency words. All right. Let's go back to all. And I'm just going to clear it here and see if I can find everything. Okay, so right away, we've got the reading and writing companion in here as well. That was something I talked about in the last video. I want to show you just what that looks like. And again, this could potentially be something that you use for your, I'm going to click through a little bit because this has the Smart Start on it. The Smart Start is that week 0. And so I didn't really do that, but you absolutely can. It's just going to be review. In the first grade one, it's pretty easy. So I never really did it. I just jumped right in. All right, so this is the reading and writing companion. This is supposed to be the student's writing instruction. And so this has like a little book or little, it's kind of like a decodable reader almost, right? But then it has high frequency words and some writing prompts in there as well. So this is first grade. They're talking about pointing to each word as you read it. So we're really working on those pre-literacy skills as well. And it's going to have the kids writing high frequency words. It's going to have them responding to the text, circling things. Yeah, and then it's got a lesson plan kind of in the back here, like little writing activities. So reread to find out what makes the story realistic fiction. Could this be real? What could really happen? Those are places for the students to respond. Retelling. And then in what is called the anchor text, there's another story that goes along with this unit 1, week 1. And so you can read that book and then use that as reading comprehension as well. And so that's Nat and Sam. It's reading a fiction book, and then or a nonfiction. Well, and it's realistic fiction, I guess. And then it's going to have you kind of comparing those stories and, talking about how the characters are similar, etc. And then, here we go. Here's the nonfiction book. So this might be something that you guys could utilize. This is covering some social studies, and it's talking about the rules at school. And so it's just a little smaller text. But then it's going to have some more information and activities for you guys to do. And then here is something that I never did, but this would be a good extension activity. It's research and inquiry. And there's one of these at the end of every single unit week. So it's still unit 1, week 1. And they're having a classroom poll. And this is covering some of those social studies standards as well. Okay. We also have this making connections section. And then this moves us into unit 1, week 2. And so I want to show you just one more thing. They have what's called the literature anthology. And the genre read alouds. They've got both of those things. So the genre read alouds are going to be stories that you are supposed to read aloud to the students, and they don't even necessarily look at the pictures. It has like an explanation of this as well. So it's just supposed to be things, like maybe you show them this little picture and then you're reading all of this. So it's quite a bit of text, right? You're guiding students through that listening comprehension activity, helping them to visualize. So this is a really teacher-directed activity. But you absolutely could use these pictures and turn them into a little bit of a story with some reading comprehension if you're trying to look for ways to extend that learning. And then the literature anthology is also going to have additional reading for the students and some more comprehension. So as you can see, this is week 1. The theme is at school. This is covering some social studies standards. It's Nat and Sam. Is this one covering science? Yeah, so this one in week 3 covers science, which is kind of cool. Yeah, and so it's going to, again, you can have it read itself out loud to the students. But yeah, we've got our high frequency words, our phonics skills. We're kind of going through the same exact thing as before with all of that really good practice. And then we also have some additional responding to the text activities. And then we have a nonfiction little book as well that goes along with it. Okay. And then here's Unit 1, Week 2. So when I've talked with some of you guys before about how to utilize this curriculum, and especially in the ASR and PLS classrooms, there really is a lot of texts for you to read to your students. And so if your kiddos are working on those lower phonics skills and you want to give this a try, we have enough stuff to honestly work on that short A and those first 4 high frequency words for 6+ weeks. I mean, we can find additional books with some of those high frequency words in it and some of those phonics skills. And so this curriculum is very comprehensive. It has a lot of additional resources for you guys to utilize. And, I had a lot of success in my classroom helping students learn how to read, helping them make improvements on their phonics and decoding skills. And we had a lot of fun. I mean, I really liked the text. The literature was good. It was diverse. And it covered a lot of different additional areas to help with that vocabulary building as well. So as always, let me, Ms. Kraus, or anybody in the academic department know if you have any questions or need any additional assistance with this. More than happy to help you figure out how to make this work for you in your classroom. All right, talk to you soon.